So this isn't meant to be some sort of like super meta commentary or critique or overarching analysis of consumerism as a concept or whatever, because frankly, I'm tired, and that's a whole different conversation for a whole different day. Honestly, this one just kind of boils down to I hate a lot of commercials, especially modern ones in the last like 3 to 5 years, and I wanted to complain about it. In all seriousness, I kind of got inspired by TikTok, where a girl was saying how badly Liberty Mutual's commercials suck. And honestly, I'd never thought like all that deeply about it until I saw that TikTok, but those commercials really do suck. So I guess we can start there. Seriously, they have like so many ads and they're all bad. They're all like bad. The guy in his emu was funny for like maybe a couple years, like at least the first few ads it was funny for, but they've just been dragging it for like what feels like a decade now. Like I looked it up, and apparently those ads have only been running since 2019. I genuinely thought they started like 5 years before that because they're so overdone and so overplayed. It's every third ad on TV. It's ridiculous. Same goes for the Liberty Bibberty dude and the guy who doesn't say words properly. I laughed at the commercial a few times back in like 2015. When I was 9 years old. Why is an insurance company even trying to create like iconic characters to be in the like pop culture zeitgeist? Like, dude, you're a fucking insurance company. You're not quirky. Just cast some like washed up celebrity or athlete or whatever and call it a day. Like I've had enough of Limu, Emu, and Doug. Give me Jeff Teague selling insurance and just let it be. While I do think they're the worst offenders, I don't think they're the only offenders in that like category of ad where a company is trying to create like quirky, iconic characters. Like, we're gonna be the next like Flo from Progressive, the next Jake from State Farm, the next Geico Gecko. Like, I do almost to at a point I respect them for trying to create the next like iconic ad character who everybody knows, like the Popeyes lady, like that was a staple of, I mean, pretty much a lot of ads, I would say at least like mid to late 2000s, early 2010s was like chock full of that genre of ad. So like I at least respect them for trying, and I imagine to like the general population who don't hate them with a fiery passion, I imagine it's probably worked, but it's just too much. It's just too much. Okay, I'm gonna lump all of these into one, basically. Any medication ad, pretty much, because they're effectively all the same. Pick your poison, basically, but they are, for some reason, all the same ad. Everyone, starts off in grayscale, like, this condition is ruining my life. I just want to see my grandkids again. I just wish there was some way I could get better. And then enter whatever medication the ad is for, and everyone is all in bright colors and dance at like fucking pop and a move and shit. And it's all bright and colorful. And then there's always a parody. There's always a parody of like some 80s songs chorus in the background with like the name of the medication like spliced in there in place of the lyric. Like, I mean, if I hear Ozempic one more time, I'm gonna hurl myself off the Empire State Building. Genuinely. These ones I do at least understand conceptually, though. Like, I get wanting to promote your medication as, like, something that makes people's lives better and brighter and all that by showing people being happy and enjoying their life, but, like, do something different. Please, for the love of God. It's all the exact same, like, cut and paste formula. Because it's always, like, they're always dancing. They're always dancing at, like, a family reunion. It's always some sort of, like, there's always, like 40 to 50 people in the background. They're all just absolutely busting a move, getting down on the dance floor, whatever. It's all the same, and all I'm asking for is a little something different, It doesn't need to be groundbreaking. Just give me something that isn't that. This one is kind of an aside, but the next topic is Kevin Hart, just like conceptually. I have nothing against Kevin Hart, the man, or even the comedian. Like, I like some of his stand-up specials. He's a funny guy. He seems like a perfectly fine guy. I enjoy him, you know? But is he the only person who will do commercials? Is he the only person that casting agencies are allowed to call? Do they not know that other celebrities exist? Is there some sort of, like, hive mind among casting agencies where it's like, you know, Kevin Hart is the only person that matters? Like, I don't know. If you need a celebrity for your ad, I promise that other ones exist. You know, like, I don't know. I could also go into a big, like, spiel about how watered down celebrity involvement in ads is now, and I think that Kevin Hart is like a big he's like patient zero for that, if you will, because it's like, instead of like hiring actors to play characters in your ad and have like an actual interesting like anything in your ad, it's just, you're basically just hiring like famous people. Here's a famous person. This famous person is in our ad that we paid the money to appear in. Now buy our product. Instead of like, I don't know, like obviously that's a very like nihilistic way of looking at it, but it's like, at a point, like, be creative. That's what I'm asking. I'm not asking to like stop promoting your product, you know, like that's stupid, you know. But like, be creative, man. Don't just shove Kevin Hart in my face and be like, this is Kevin Hart. He's in our ad. Surely now you want to buy our chips. Alright, before we get to our last point, I just now thought of this one. This one isn't in the script. So it's gonna be a little clunkier than the other segments, but the fucking Charmin Ultra Soft Bears. I don't, like, this is just off the hip. I'm shooting from the hip right now. I fucking hate those bears. I hate those pervert bears, bro. Oh my god, why are they just obsessed with wiping their ass? Is all they have? Is that all they care about? And it's been for like 10 years. Is the only thing they have. They're just weird. They're so weird to me. Do something different. I'd abandon the bears. They're not iconic character. They're iconic. They're infamous. In my household, if I see one of those red or blue bears, you know, it's on site. I'm poaching that bear. I'm eating that bear for dinner. Like I'm fucking RFK Jr. Sorry, I needed to get that one off my chest. I didn't have like a concise, constructed argument for that. That just makes me really mad. Those bears make me angry, and I just remembered them, somehow. I saved the best for last, because I have a true venom towards this genre of commercials. Fucking gambling sites. Listen, I have a lot of opinions on gambling, particularly sports betting, which has taken over, like, I mean, well over half of, like, every commercial, for the most part. And I'm not gonna pretend like I don't partake every now and then, you know, like, it's to a healthy degree, I want to say. Hopefully, maybe. But god, holy shit, it's so overkill. It is so overkill. And it's not even anything the ads themselves are doing, because they switch it up. They do the thing that I was complaining about earlier. Like, some of them have athletes, some of them have celebrities, some are skits, some are, like, actually pretty clever ads that if they weren't promoting a gambling site, I would be like, hey, that's pretty good. That's a fun ad, you know? But they're just everywhere. They're really everywhere. They're so oversaturated, and it's awful. And I know I said at the start, I'm not gonna do any big spiel about consumerism or anything like that, because it's a long-winded topic, but it's kind of hard not to when you're talking about sports betting, because it's a little concerning to me that so many ads these days, like a huge chunk of advertisements, are effectively preying on people. Yeah, you put the little hotline number at the bottom of your ad. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. You're just basically preying on people, especially a demographic like, I want to say predominantly younger men who watch sports and are incredibly susceptible to becoming gambling addicts. Trust me, I am in that demographic, effectively. I am in that demographic. Younger men don't have fucking brains. I can confirm this. And generally, without getting like too much into it, because I do truly believe that it is a topic that deserves its own video with its own gravity, sports betting is kind of just turning people into soulless ghouls, isn't it? It's not only like ruining people's enjoyment of sports, ruining their own lives. in some cases. I mean, people, incredibly irresponsible people, are betting thousands upon thousands of dollars, but you're also like enabling these people to have the nerve to go after players and athletes for their own decision to blow X amount of money on a fucking game, on a sport that they have no real control over. And like having the nerve to like go and DM players and their fans, it's genuinely, again, like I said, I would like to kind of do a deep dive into this one day and maybe make its own video, because I think it has that gravity to be worth it, but it is genuinely such a fucking sinkhole on greater society, and it's depressing, man. Like, it is not that serious, and people are ruining their lives over it. Semi-related before we wrap this up, but also Kalshi. That's all I'm gonna say, just Kalshi. Fuck you, Kalshi. Now for my old man yells at cloud take of the video, but I swear to God, it did not used to be like this. Old Super Bowl commercials are like the perfect example, you know? Not every commercial was a hit exactly, but there was memorable ones. Like, think back to like past Super Bowl commercials. There's memorable ones, you know? Name like 2 from the last 5 Super Bowls that you like distinctly remember. They weren't not the NFT ones. Not the, fuck, that shit was crazy. Like, I can't, I genuinely, like, my memory sucks, but I can't think of one, like, genuinely good Super Bowl ad from the last 5 years, or this decade in general, that has, like, stuck in my brain. I think it kind of applies to most commercials, too. They're just so dull now, which I guess is fitting for the way the world is right now, but that's a whole different thing. I'm not getting into all that. But it feels like they just kind of they fit into such specific and, like, I don't know, they're just like templates almost. They're so uninspired and, like, I don't know, dull is the perfect word. It's just like you either get celebrity appearing as themselves to promote the ad, or to promote the product. You get weird animated character or real character that they're trying to make iconic, but it's just forced. Which I'm not going to complain about that one. Like I said during the Liberty Mutual situation, I'm not going to complain about the effort. It's just that sometimes they annoy me. Or you get like people dancing. You know, it's just, I don't know. I think a lot of them, especially Super Bowl ads, do also rely on nostalgia. Like, here's, like, either if it's calling back to an old ad, or like, here's this song you listened to when you were 8 years old, you know? I don't know, man. That's my take, I guess. Again, old man yells at cloud, old, geriatric 19-year-old yells at cloud. But I guess that's gonna be all from me for now. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you subscribed the video, leave a subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more stuff like this, where I just kind of like sit down and talk about a thing and whine and complain and talk about, you know, stuff like this. If you want to see more of that, please let me know. But until next time, I'm out of here.